this is what we're going to talk about today. As you can see, when you think you are Napoleon, but you are just batshit insane. I think it's very correct assumptions of Putin at the moment, or at all. Hello there, I'm Elena and this is my channel Enough. Enough of propaganda, and enough of lots of other things, like enough of stupidity. But not on, from Russian side, at least. I don't think could be enough of stupidity there. And Ukraine really need Russian army and their commanders to be stupid. Which we will talk about today and we will prove it. And that's what we're gonna discuss. A little bit of information from the fronts. We will touch several topics today. First of all, while I was making this video, I get a new information that Nova Kakhovka Dam on the Dnipro River is destroyed above Kherson and 80 other settlements by Russian army. This is what footage published Igor Sushko. And this is how it looks like. This is awful. This is just awful. You can watch it. I'll give the link. This is just horrible. This is where the dam is located. This city is Kherson. This city is Mykolaiv. So it just... poor people. Ukraine seems to be had not enough problems. Now Russia destroyed the dam. God. There is no level until as low as Russia wouldn't go. Every time you think they reach the bottom, they go lower and lower and lower. There is no shame in these people. There is no anything. There is no honor. There is nothing. This is just outrageous and disgusting. This is just awful. And just... it's just insane to do things like that. In this day and age, Putin must be stopped by any means. By Russians, by anybody. Putin must be stopped. As I told you in my previous videos about Bakhmut, Bakhmut will be liberated by Ukraine. And the attacks on Belgorod region prove that Russia can't defend its own territories. And meanwhile, Prigozhin is fighting with Ministry of Defense, with Shoigu and Gerasimov. First of all, let's have one quick look at the map of Ukraine. This is Bakhmut, as you remember. And according to Russian Putin's chef and the chief of Wagner PMC, Prigozhin, the war criminal who running away with a sledgehammer and killing people, apparently Ukraine liberated Berkhivka, or Berkhovka, depends how you pronounce it. I hope I pronounce it correctly, which is very close to Bakhmut. And according to some other sources, somewhere on the south of Bakhmut, Ukraine already liberated part of the city of Bakhmut. So, as I say, it wouldn't take too long. And yeah, Bakhmut will be liberated. That's what I told, and this is what's happening. Maybe not necessarily all Bakhmut right away, but it will be liberated because Bakhmut is Ukraine. And so Putin, is he happy now? Oh boy, it was such a big victory. As I say, the city didn't have any big strategic meaning or anything. And now, basically, people who invaded Russian territory in Belgorod region captured a bigger territory than Bakhmut itself. For now, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Prigozhin again and his conflict with the Russian Ministry of Defense.
Когда НГШ и Шойгу перегруппировались и вставали вдоль Верховского водохранилища, они говорили о том, что это для того, чтобы защитить населенный пункт Верховка, потому что очень выгодные позиции. такие выгодные, что просто торговались все за них.
That's the town I showed you in the beginning of this video. They're talking about that was such an important position for Russian army, yet they left it, basically. And in the end of his video, basically, Prigozhin is openly calling Shoigu and Gerasimov the chiefs of Russian army, and Shoigu is the minister of defense, just to show up at the front with a gun in hand and move forward and say, "Oh, comrades, follow me, let's go in the battle." So he insulting again the command of Russian army. We all already tired about whining of Prigozhin. First of all, he was whining that they don't have enough ammo to attack Bakhmut and this and that. And now he's saying that they live in Bakhmut. Well, he's lying a lot, but sometimes he's telling the truth as well. And let's look at the facts. What he says, and I quote that, but not exactly quote, but in general, that's what he said, that when his forces tried to leave Bakhmut, they find out that the roads where they're supposed to leave the city by certain roads, those roads were mined by Russian army, according to the order of the Russian Ministry of Defense. When people from Wagner PMC started to demine those roads, take mines out, they get shot at. And they get shot at by Russian army. So Wagner didn't think twice, opened fire back, and apparently captured a Russian commander. I'll show you him in a minute. And this is Lieutenant Colonel of Russian army, who Prigozhin captured. His people beat him up, as you can see. And I'll show you a little piece of this video. I give you a link, you can watch it all. I've seen it in several places, so you must have seen it all by now. And if not, you're welcome to watch it all on the channel I'll provide to you.
Внимательно. Давай. Ты кто?
Я подполковник Веневетин Роман Геннадьевич, командир 72-й бригады.
Дальше. Что ты сделал?
Обстрелял машину ЧВК «Вагнер» в состоянии алкогольного опьянения
Почему ты это сделал?
из-за личной неприязни.
Now let's talk about that personal animosity a little bit. That 72 Brigade he's talking about, they have a history with PMC Wagner. Basically, that's what Prigozhin in his previous videos was saying, that they're cowards and they run away and abandon their positions and this and that. And they have quite a history of animosity towards each other, let's say. So this guy now all that apologetic, I was drunk, I was guilty, and so on. So glory to Russian army, we can say. If they're a bunch of drunks like him, there is absolutely no doubt why Russia losing in Ukraine. Remember this man, we will come back to him later. Thank you for watching and have a great evening.